This is about defending democracy. This is no longer Democrats versus Republicans. What do you want your kids to believe in? There must be give and take.
This is White Flag with Joe Walsh.
One fascinating, though not surprising, aspect of what has happened to Israel is progressives in the left having to face again reality. And I've touched upon this before. Look, the right's got their issues. And I have spent, prior to what happened to Israel 4 days ago, I spend most of my time going after the right because I come from the right. The right's got their issues. When it comes to the left, they've got issues as well. And I touched upon some of this before. The left has a hard time accepting the fact that evil exists. And we've seen that again with this most deadly terror attack in Israel's history. Listen to what I'm about to say. 4 or 5 days ago, the greatest single day slaughter of Jews since the Holocaust. As of yesterday, 1,200 Jews killed. The greatest single day slaughter of Jews since the Holocaust. And I've noticed, again, not at all surprising, this happens, that the left's having a real difficult time with this. Jews on the left, liberal Jews, who are all about peace and can't we all get along and can't both sides get along and both sides are at fault and there's no peace and we need both sides to live side by side and the conditions for these poor Palestinians are terrible. It's an apartheid state and Israel is an occupying force. A lot of the left believes that. A lot of liberal Jews in America believe that. And believing all of that, I'm not going to get into all of that right now because I dispute damn near all of that. But respectfully, believing all of that, when something like what happened this past Saturday happens, their belief, the belief structure of progressives and liberals is shattered. When they're so concerned about the plight of the Palestinian people, they believe in the Palestinian resistance, whatever that is. They take up the Palestinian cause, and then Hamas goes and slaughters 1,200 Jews, goes and rapes and kills and tortures and maims and beheads Israeli men, women, and children, and progressives in the West don't know how to react to that. It's very easy for somebody like me, because I'm not a progressive, to say that's easy. That's evil. You rape and kill a child, that's fucking evil. That's evil, plain and simple. I want you dead. That's evil. I don't care why you did what you did. I have a lot of good, well-intentioned liberal friends who've been wrestling with this. They've got to believe that what Hamas did, what these terrorists did, is evil and brutal and savagery. But they want to try to understand why. What is the justification? What is the explanation? How did they feel? Weren't they aggrieved? For someone like me, I don't care about any of that. I care about that stuff when it comes to some sort of long-term solution to the problem in the Middle East. But when Hamas terrorists rape, torture, maim, kill, behead, and kidnap Israeli men, women, and children, I don't give a fuck why they did what they did. They need to pay for what they did. That's easy for someone who thinks like I do to believe, but the left wrestles with this. I've said repeatedly every day, and I'll continue to say, Hamas is evil. Hamas isn't the Palestinian people. Hamas is evil. The Palestinian people are not. Hamas is a terrorist organization. Most Palestinians are not. This is a big, big, big part of the problem. Progressives in the West just don't seem to be able to understand that Islamic terrorists, Hamas, Hezbollah, the Islamic Jihad, the ruling regime of Iran, these terrorists don't think like you and I do. Hamas doesn't value life like you and I do. It's why they can kill and behead a baby. These Islamic terrorists don't value life like you and I do. Somebody yesterday said, but Joe, we all have a shared humanity. Bullshit. I don't have a shared humanity with any terrorist who would rape, kill, and behead a child. There's no shared humanity between that terrorist and myself. And look, I've said that. I've said that on TV. I've said that on the radio. I said that just now on my podcast. I've said that on Twitter. And I even get pushback from a lot of progressives who wrestle with that. We're all human. It's well-intentioned, progressives feeling this way. Not being able to wrap their arms around the fact that an Islamic terrorist who could rape and torture teenage women and then kill them does not think like you and I do. That's hard. I understand it for a lot of progressives to get. And that's why this has been very difficult for a lot of progressives, because this is hitting them and their belief structure right between the eyes. I get that there are incidents and events in life where the right is hit right between the eyes when it comes to their belief structure. When Muslim terrorists do what they did in Israel, Muslim terrorists who rule over and are the government of Palestinian people, most of whom are victims in this entire situation. And it's the progressives' inclination to want to side with the victims, the Palestinian people, but they can't wrap their arms around the fact that the people who rule the Palestinian people are terrorists who are evil, who do not think like you and I do. We do not share humanity with them, with the terrorists. Liberals have a real tough time with that. And I feel for them. But man, they gotta reflect upon that. And they gotta look that truth squarely in the eyes. There is zero shared humanity between you and I and a Muslim terrorist who would rape, kill, and behead a child. Zero humanity. And the sooner you accept that and understand that and accept that, I think the better outlook you'll have and the better understanding you'll have of good and evil in the world. Thanks for listening. Joe Walsh, former Congressman Joe Walsh. This is White Flag with Joe Walsh. Be brave out there.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow White Flag with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been White Flag with Joe Walsh.